Early on January 12th, the Israeli Air Force IAF carried out an airstrike on Syria. According to reports, Israeli warplanes coming from the direction of Galilee fired several missiles at the depot in the Damascus International Airport. The Syrian Air Defense Forces reportedly intercepted at least 8 of them. Following the airstrike, Israeli warplanes were seen flying at high speed and low altitude over the southern Lebanese city of Tyre. On January 13th, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu claimed that the IAF had targeted several Iranian depots full of Iranian weapons in the Damascus International Airport. This incident was the second Israeli attack on Syria within a few weeks. On December 25th, Israeli warplanes targeted several military positions around the Syrian capital. While Israeli sources claimed that the positions were being used by Iranian forces only, the airstrikes injured several Syrian service members. During the weekend, the Turkish Armed Forces (TAF) held a military exercise involving battle tanks in the Hatay province, bordering the Syrian province of Idlib. TAF units were deployed in Hatay's Yayladaги region. Meanwhile, Jais al-Ahrar, a part of the Turkish-backed National Front for Liberation (NFL), has handed over Taftanas Air Base in the eastern Idlib countryside to Haghat Tahrir al-Sham, formerly Jabhat al-Nusra, the Syrian branch of al-Qaeda. According to the available information, this step was a part of a surrender agreement, which the NFL accepted a few days ago. The Turkish-backed group will also have to hand over all of its heavy weapons in Idlib to Haghat Tahrir al-Sham soon. The Taftanas airbase was one of the key NFL strongpoints in this part of the Idlib de-escalation zone. The surrender of this point to Haghat Tahrir al-Sham is just another indication that the terrorist group is the main armed opposition force in this part of Syria. In the late hours of January 12th, a unit of the Syrian military intelligence carried out a security operation in the town of Ain Firqa in the southern governorate of al-Quneitra. 2 suspects, Khalid Diab and Ali Diab, were arrested during the operation. Some Syrian opposition activists claimed that Syrian agents killed a civilian as well. However, the pro-opposition Orient TV said that the agents shot and injured a 3rd suspect. Such operations are usually carried out against members of terrorist groups, like ISIS and Haghat Tahrir al-Sham (HTS), or against local operatives of the Israeli intelligence. Prior to its liberation in 2019, Ain Firqa and many other towns in southern Syria were full of members of terrorist groups and Israeli spies, according to pro-government sources. Last month, the Syrian intelligence neutralized a prominent al-Qaeda commander, Ayat al-Tubasi, while he was plotting to relaunch an insurgency in southern Syria. In different periods, the infamous terrorist was a member of Jabhat al-Nusra and Horas al-Din.